Hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm Paula, and I will be sharing tips that I personally learned and process that I usually go to when creating my art. First of all, I will be using a free graphics software called Krita, and I will be making a fan art for my friend Satouchii. Please check his channel and subscribe. So, first, we must create our canvas by pressing new or new canvas and adjust your desired canvas size. Side note that this is the art style that I will be using for this video. It is my go-to art style when I need efficiency. So the brush that I will be using is a digital brush that is by Krita. Now we will start by creating a sketch. By creating a sketch, we must use guidelines. It is not required, but it sure does help in getting the proportions right. So now, I am starting by creating the basic rough sketch of the face. During this stage is where I usually tell myself again and again to trust the process. Then, we add the hairline. I usually add hairline and remove it afterwards so that I know when and where the hair will come and go. I also sketch the hoodie. Now in order to get better outline, I lower the sketch's opacity and now I add more details on the eyes. Of course, we should also not forget to flip our canvas every now and then to make sure it's not looking like he ate lemons and is now regretting it. So I usually like to draw the eyebrows thick and I usually struggle with the nose angle. Now I change his mouth to a smiling one. What we have to remember is that we don't have to follow our sketch strictly. Sometimes when you're dissatisfied with something, you can just change it again and again. So this is the face so far. And now we will be doing the hair. One thing about me is that I love doing the hair quickly. I'm usually very messy at this stage. I erase, draw over and over again, and that's fine. So now, it's the glasses. And also one thing about me is that I like to do anything manually. I also rarely use references since I personally don't feel convenient using references. In fact, it makes me slower. So whenever I need references, what I do is I look for various pictures or medias of the subject. I try to memorize every detail I can about it. Then I draw it over and over again until I'm satisfied with the result. Okay, now we will be doing the clothing. I struggle at doing the lace of the hoodie, so I just made the brush bigger and erased the inside of it. At this point, I just realized that the left side of this hoodie was having two more, so I immediately fixed it. When doing clothing folds, I usually just use my imagination for it. Now we're cleaning the lines and looking for any mistakes. So now, we're at the coloring stage. First, I choose a skin color. Then, I use a brush tool to fill in the skin. Then I use a darker shade to add value. Then I will be adding a dark shade to the upper lip. Now we'll be doing the eyes. I chose a brown blackish color. I'm also doing the color and eye on another layer above the outlines. When I'm feeling extra lazy, I just color on the line layer. Now we're adding the shadow of the eyes. What you need to remember is that the eye is a spear shape, so naturally, the shadow of the eyeball should wrap around the eye. Now, we will be coloring the hair. First, I filled in the hair behind the camera, then I do my favorite and most hated part, the hair rendering. I selected a much darker tone of the hair from the color wheel. Then I add the shadows along the hair sketch that I did. In this process, I am blending the shade of the hair along the basic color of the hair. So now that I finished the whole hair, this is what it looks like now. Now I am just fixing some details on the face and doing the shading on the neck. And also remember to flip the canvas again. Afterwards, I erase some excess colors. So, whenever you're finishing a drawing, I recommend looking away for a bit. Rest your eyes and look at the drawing once again. Once your eyes are refreshed, you will start to notice certain mistakes that you didn't spot before. So then, once again, I'm Paula from BMMA 401A, and thank you for watching. So this is the fan art that I created for my friend Satouchii. Thank you.